Hey, Team Coach A here. So, fun fact about this video. It's out a day late. It is coming out on May 26th instead of May 25th. What happened there was I recorded the entire video, one take. I was really feeling myself. I go to put it on YouTube, and I realize there's not a lick of audio. And I looked down, and I realized that my microphone was on mute the entire time. Such is life. So I didn't have enough time to shoot this video yesterday. So here we are today. But it works out because today is just part 2 of research day. So here's where we're at in our project. So you have now picked a cause that you feel passionately about. You have a crystal clear focus. You know exactly what you're going to do. You have a defined and solvable idea, and that has been vetted by your classmates. You have a mission statement written, and now we are going to research. So what are we going to research? How are we going to research? Well, it's simple. You have to know more. In order to found a nonprofit, you have to have intimate knowledge of the inner workings of your cause, of your problem. You have to know it inside and out. So research day is when you're putting together your final project in 2 weeks. Presentations will start June 7th as of now. I will take this video down and reshoot it if that changes. But simply put, you have to show me at least 2 articles that you are going to be utilizing where you are going to take fastidious notes about it. And you are going to make sure that all of your work is perfect. There's 4 ways that you can take these notes, and we even gave you a little what to put in your notes. So there's 4 ways to do it. First one is handwritten. So if you have, a smartphone or an iPhone, simply put, you're going to read the article, you're going to write it down on a piece of paper, you're going to take your smartphone or your iPhone, and you will, take a picture of it. Then you are going to attach said picture to this document. Second way, Kami. It should be up here in your little Google extension bar. There should be a K with a blue circle around it. That's Kami, and you can use that. There is way 3, where you can copy and paste the entire article completely into this document, and then use Control-Alt-M to comment to annotate properly. And of course, you could just find it on Newsela. So whatever yours is, you go on Newsela and you find an article that fits your cause, and then you do our normal annotation. Here's the deal. You need 2. I need to see 2 articles, at least, just so that I know that you're on the right track. Because for your final project, you should use significantly more. But I really want to see at least 2 as evidence that you are taking notes properly and making sure that you are really getting the most out of your research. So if you're writing it on paper, obviously, I want you to write your name at the top of the page. I want you to write the article title, article author, date published, and the time period. So what time period is the author writing about? So it could be published in 2020, but still talking about something that happened in 1999. So you're going to say 1999. Keyword selection. So identify at least 3 words from the text that either you don't understand or are essential to understanding the text, and please define them for me. Summarize the selection. So what I want you to do is, after you're finished reading it, summarize it. Remember, take all the unimportant details out and just give me the core, the thing that if you don't have it, everything else does not make sense. That is the summary. That we've gone over summarization. Make sure that you summarize it to its absolute core, only pertinent information. And finally, commentary section. In this section, I want you to reflect on the author's main points. Do you agree with the author? Why or why not? what stood out to you while reading, why did it stand out, what questions do you have about the text to be able to fully understand it, and what else would you like to know? So have all of these things done on 2 articles. That's why it's done for 2 days. And that's what we were doing today. So before I let you go, I do want to go over something real quick. Now, this is something from September, and it is pretty important. It's still in your Google Classroom, September 14th, but it's how to read a URL. So when we are working on our stuff, we want to make sure that we're using good URLs. So .gov and .edu are obviously the best. .gov comes right from the US government, and .edu comes from colleges and universities. Often trustworthy. There could be some questionable material, but for the most part, it should be phenomenal stuff. .org is where things start to get a little sour. It's usually good because they're usually approved organizations, but never forget, there's definitely going to be a slant based on what they are doing. So you have to understand their implicit bias. .com is the Wild West of the internet. We got Britannica and History.com in the same place that InfoWars and Natural News are. Make sure you use your media bias chart so that you're not using some nonsense publication. .biz, .blog, .blogspot, .click, .wiki, no, never. If it says .wiki, keep it moving. Here is the media bias chart. This is posted. If you want, you could just pause the video and take a look at it. It's not perfect, but it's the best we have. Again, we want to use the most from AP, Reuters, Bloomberg, stuff up at the top. And we never, ever use anything in this bottom square. So you could pause it. It's also posted in our classroom, and it is in 2 places in our physical classroom. Country codes. So again, it's a human rights around the world project. So you may be doing something about water rights for First Nations people of Canada. If that's the case, I need to see websites with a .ca. .ca means it's Canadian. If you're doing deforestation in Brazil, you should see some .brs. I have one student who's doing LGBT plus rights in India. Should see at least a few .ins because these are country codes. There's more. These are just a chosen selection, but simply put, make sure that you guys are reading your URLs to know if it's legit. So that was what we were doing yesterday. That's what we're doing today. And tomorrow, we're going to get more into the nitty gritty. The key is, remember, guys, this is like bagel bites. If you, every single day, show up, eat your bagel bite, everything's awesome. But when you start stacking bagel bites on top of each other, it's kind of hard to do it in one bite. So, as always, be smart, be safe, and I'll see you next time.